Hi there, Alison here at Keithley Healthy Living. Welcome to our Wednesday afternoon Movement Matters session, which is part of our Rethinking Pain programme. So in today's class, we're going to do a few exercises taken from our ever popular Balibi Fit programme, which is just gentle movements, using a chair for support, working through the muscles in mainly the legs, and some upper body as well, just to help tone and strengthen and improve long-term pain, because that's what all these sessions are about. So before we start, you need to be wearing just comfortable clothing. On your feet, you need something that's going to stop yourself from slipping. Pumps, trainers, slipper socks are actually really good for this, because we're going to be doing some light work on the feet. And then you need plenty of space around you, and not forgetting your chair to hold on to. Before you participate, you need to be feeling fit and well, free of any medical conditions, illness or injury. So we're going to start with a standing up warm up today, okay? Making sure, again, that you've got plenty of space. You can use the chair to hold on to if you need to. Don't forget to let me know that you're joining me today by liking the page or commenting in the box. And if you've got any questions, feel free to type in that message. It's always good to hear from you. Also, you can let me know where you're joining me from, because we're based in Keighley, West Yorkshire, but I do know there's a few of you that tune in from elsewhere. So do let me know where you're joining me from. So we're going to start off just with the feet, toes pointing forward and nice and neutral. Okay, I'm going to just take my head and look to the right and to the center, to the left, and the center, keeping that back tall and tummy in nice and tight. Nice smooth movement, not jerky. And then I'm just going to glance up with the head, not taking it too far, and looking down, glancing up, and looking down. We're going to start with a shoulder shrug now, so just lifting and lowering that shoulder, keeping that back tall, and keeping that tummy in. 3, 2, 1, over to the other side. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Just lifting and lowering straight up and down. Twice more this side. And then we're just going to circle. And as we circle, we're just going to bend the knees at the same time. And moving on to the feet. So we're going to place the ball of the foot into the floor, and then the toe, and then the ball, and down. Ball, toe, ball, and down. We'll do twice more this side before moving on to the other side. So ball, toe, ball, and down. Again, do use the wall or a chair to hold on to if you need extra support with balance. One more, and then we're going to do them together. So hold on if you need to. Bend, stretch, rise, lower, bend, stretch, rise, lower. One more. Rest there. Let's go with the knee lifts. So just lifting that leg straight up in front of the body, working through the muscles in the leg and the hip just to warm up. And then over to the other side. The aim of the warm-up is obviously to mobilize all the main muscle groups in the body and work through those joints. And then we're just going to march through with those feet. Try and get our heart rate up, get us warmed up, ready for our exercise and the harder work that's to come. And then we're just going to take a little step to the side. You can use your hands as well if you want, or if you prefer to just put your hands on your hips, that's okay too. And then we're just going to march the feet wide and march them narrow. Take them wide and take them narrow. And hold here. So we're going to just circle with the hips now. Circling round. And then go back the other way. Circle around with those hips. And then we're just going to take a pelvic squeeze forward. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Let's take the hands in front of the body and we're just going to turn to the right and to the center, left and center, keeping the hips facing forward, just the upper body moving. Side and center, side and center. One more each side. And then back to a march to just get us gently moving again. And into a little step touch again. Working down the sides of our body. Four, three, two, one, and rest. We're going to just curl the heel towards the bottom now, working through the hamstring at the back, keeping those hips facing forwards. And over to the other side. Do hold on to your chair if you want the extra support for balance. And then we're just going to take those feet parallel and we're just going to bend the knees and rise up again. Bend and rise. And relax it there. Hopefully by now we're all warmed up and we're ready to start our workout. So you need your chair at the side of you to hold on for support. We're going to take the feet out so they're in like a V-shaped position, which we call first position. The knees are going to go out towards the toes, so we're not twisting the knee in any way. It's all the turns coming from the hip. So my knees and my toes are in line with each other. We're going to push out to the side and then we're going to use the inner thighs to just lift up in a nice gentle exercise. So we're going to just push down and lift up, squeezing up through the inner thighs as we come up. So it's a really good one for working the inner and outer thighs, this one. And just getting those legs nicely mobilized and working. Two more. Last one. Now, this time we're going to bend, stretch, rise, and lower. If you prefer just to keep going with the knees going towards the toes, that's fine. So just working through those legs. Bend, stretch, rise, lower. One more and hold it here. We're now going to stand on our toes and take the knees towards the toes again. If you prefer to just do another set with the heels on the floor, that's absolutely fine. Everyone's different. Pressing down and lifting up. Squeezing through those inner thighs. One more and rest there. Give the legs a little shake and then we're going to step the feet out a bit wider. And this is called second position. So the knees are going towards the toes again. So we're just going to press down and lift up. Squeezing up through those thighs. And you will notice that this time, because the feet are a bit wider, you feel it more on the outer thighs. Squeeze up. You can squeeze your bottom as you come up. Making sure your back's tall, tummy's in tight. Lifting and lowering. And then we're just going to rise onto the toes and we're going to press the knees out over the toes. Again, if you feel more confident with your heels on the floor, that's absolutely fine. Continue with that if you like, or if you want to work a little bit harder, you can pulse with me this time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Give your legs a shake. Did you feel that on your thighs? It is quite normal to feel muscle soreness when you start doing different exercises. So don't worry about that. It is perfectly normal. So we're going to now take the outside leg forwards, and we're going to use the inside leg as the weight bearer. So we're going to point forwards with the foot. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And to the side. These exercises are really good for leg strengtheners, so they help with everyday walking, etc. 2 more. Last one. And then we're going to take it to the back, squeezing the bottom back. So also a good bottom toner too. Twice more. And then we're going to take 4 to the front. 4, 3, 2, 1. And to the side. 4, 3, 2, 1. And to the back. And by now you can probably feel your standing leg starting to ache a little bit. We're just going to go 2 to the front, 2 to the side, and 2 to the back. So this one's a good one for coordination as well. 2 to the back. Repeat that again. 2 front, 2 side, 2 back. And rest it there. Where that standing leg's aching, we're going to just point that one forwards. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it there, and this one we're just going to lift and tap. So just tapping nicely down to the floor. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest there. That leg that we're tapping, we're going to take it all the way to the back now, and we're just going to put the footprint flat to the back wall, and we're just going to squeeze it back with the bottom. Nice and controlled, hips facing forwards. So you'll feel that in the bottom of your thigh. And rest there. Let's just flex that leg and curl it in, working the hamstrings at the back, which we did in our warm-up. And hamstrings are really important for walking, as well as working on our circulation too with hamstrings. So they're a good exercise to practice. And last one, rest there. Let's change to the other side. So the outside leg is now going to go back, footprint flat to the back wall, and we're just squeezing that leg back. Body weight slightly forwards. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now work the hamstring, flex and curl, flex and curl. Keep those hips facing forwards. And rest. Using that inside leg again, this time we're going to flex the foot and I'm going to bring it across the body. So I'm working through the inner thigh. I'm placing my hand on my hip for support and holding onto the chair for support. So we're just lifting, using that inner thigh, and that leg goes across, squeezing it there. So making sure we're turning that foot slightly and leading from the instep so we feel it working here in the inner thigh. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Change to the other side, but this time we're going to open the leg a bit wider and bring it in. So we're working the outer thigh as we go out and the inner thigh as we come in. Out and in, out and in. Nice and controlled. Last one, and rest there. Bring the feet back to the chair. For the next exercise, I'm going to face my chair with my toes pointing forwards, parallel. Hands on the chair, and we're going to just do some little calf raises off the floor. So I'm just pushing onto my toes and bringing it back down. Up onto toes and bring back down. And these are calf strengtheners, so they're really good for helping with ankle and calf stability, which is particularly good for keeping you stable on your feet. 2 more. Last one. And then we can pulse. Pulsing is optional, so it's up to you whether you join in with this. We're just going to push the heels down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. The next stage is just to have our fingertips on the back of the chair. So we're doing the same thing again with slightly less support. So we're just going to rise and lower, rise and lower, rise and lower, and then pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. This time I'm just going to place one finger on or no fingers, and we're just going to rise and lower, rise and lower, rise and lower. Ready to pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Give your legs a shake. Ooh, feel that in your calves? Okay, we'll just give the calves a quick stretch before we move on to the other side. So bending one knee, toes pointing forwards, straightening the back leg, making sure the back heel is pressed into the floor, and you'll feel a lovely stretch through that back calf. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So bending the other knee now. The other leg is straight, heels pressed nicely into the floor, stretching through those calves. And bring the feet back together. We're going to move the chair to the other side, and we'll do the other exercises over on the other side. So we're starting off with that plie again. So we've got that V shape with the feet, which is the first position. It's turned from the hips, the knees are going out towards the toes. Plie and stretch. So we're squeezing up through those inner thighs, back tall and tummy in. Bend and stretch, nice, controlled movement, letting those muscles in the thighs do the work. And you feel it on the top of the thigh and in the inner thigh as you do that. And then we're just going to do the bend, stretch, rise, lower. So once more, we're working through the muscles in the feet. Bend, stretch, rise, lower. And then hold it here on the toes, taking the knees out towards the toes again. If you prefer to do this again with the heels on the floor, that's absolutely fine. Work in the position that feels the most comfortable for you. So squeezing up through those inner thighs as we come up and lifting up through that pelvic floor too. One more. And rest there. Give those legs a quick shake as we move them into that second position. So the knees are going out towards the toes, holding on if we need them. Knees towards the toes, squeezing up through those inner thighs. Shoulders back, tummy in. Plie and lift. Plie and lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to plie, stretch, rise, lower. Again, working through those toes. If you feel that you would prefer to just keep your feet on the floor, then that's fine. You can just keep going with the plies. Just work to your own level. Remember, you don't have to do all the repetitions. Just work within your capability. And let's hold it here. Let's press down and lift up. If you want to keep your heels on the floor, do. And then we're just going to pulse. So pulsing's optional. Press down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Give your legs a shake. You will have really felt that in your thighs because it's not the easiest exercise, but it's a really good calf. It's a really good calf and thigh strengthener. Okay, so standing in our first position, the leg nearest the chair is going to be the weight bearer, the opposite one to last time. And so we're going to point forwards for our tundu. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And to the side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And to the back. Squeezing the bottom at the back. And then we're taking 4 to the front, 4 to the side, and 4 to the back. 2 to the front, 2 to the side, 2 to the back. Repeat that. 2 front, 2 side, 2 back. Last time. 2 front, 2 side, 2 back. Inside leg comes forward and we point that forwards for 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it there. Lift and tap, tap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to take that leg all the way through to the back now. The footprint is going to go to the back wall and we're going to squeeze that back. So just squeezing it back, pushing the bottom back. Nice and controlled with those hips facing forwards. And then from here, we're just going to open that leg out, flexing that leg, and then curling it in. Straighten, curl, heel towards your bottom. Working through the hamstrings. And then returning to the other side. Footprint back to the back wall, squeezing back. So imagine you're stamping the back wall, squeezing your bottom, good for the bottom and the thighs. Two more here. And then opening that leg and curling it. Heel towards the bottom as we straighten and flex the leg. Two more. Last one. Relax there. Taking that inside leg forwards now, using the inner thigh and the instep to lead. We are just taking that leg across the body and feeling a nice stretch through the inner thigh. Rest there and change over to the other side, flexing the foot. And we're going to take it across and out to the side. So this time we're working the inner and outer thigh. So it's opening up like a door. Across and out, across and out. And we feel that on both the inner and the outer thighs. And relax there. Return the feet back to parallel. We're going to turn to the chair now. Okay, we did calf raises when we were on the other side, but this time we're just going to do some little squats. So we're going to take the bottom back and then we're going to squeeze up through the thighs. So my knees are going in line with my toes and my body weight is forward so that the chair takes the weight and not my knees. So I'm just going to push the bottom back and squeeze up. Back and squeeze up. Arms are also getting a little bit of a workout here. Push down and lift up. Push down and lift up. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Well done. Give everything a shake. We've worked pretty hard there. We're going to stretch everything out now to hopefully get rid of all those aches and pains. It's really good for us to stretch, so don't be tempted to skip this section, because this is the section that's going to stretch out all those muscles that we've worked and help prevent injury and help promote your flexibility. So I'm going to take the right leg back, front knee bent and back leg straight. Give it a really nice stretch through that calf. The stretching out at the end also helps prevent the muscle soreness. I won't say you'll have no muscle soreness, but the stretching does help. And then we're just going to bring the back leg in. So the toe is opposite the heel. Sit down on that back calf. Just tap the front toes. And then that leg you're tapping, we're going to slide that one back. Front knee bent, back leg straight, heels press into the floor. Giving that calf a really good stretch. Back leg in, toe opposite heel, sit down on the back calf and just tap the front toe. Okay, we're going to stand parallel and take hold of one of the legs, holding either shoelaces or your heel or the bottom of your trousers. Knees together, press the pelvis forward, feel the stretch down through the front of your thighs. If you can't reach your foot, your sock or the bottom of your trousers, you could use a scarf or a towel round your leg to help you. Or if you have an exercise band at home, you could also use that as well. And release there. I'm going to do the same on the other leg. Knees together, press the pelvis forward, feeling that stretch down through the front of the thigh. That leg that I've got hold of now, I'm going to take that forwards and bend my other leg. My hands are going to be on my bent leg. And I'm feeling a lovely stretch now through the back of the hamstring as I lift my bottom up towards the ceiling. You can take your toes off the floor if you want to increase that stretch. Now, switching over to the other side, I'm placing the toe on the floor, hands onto a bent leg, lifting my bottom up so it's going up towards the ceiling. And then if I want to increase the stretch, I can just take my toes off the floor. That leg that's in front, it's going to go all the way behind me, and I'm pressing the pelvis forward so I get a stretch here in the hip flexor. Stepping the feet together, let's do the same at the other side. Toe on the floor, press the pelvis forward so we feel that stretch here in the hip flexor. And bringing the feet to parallel. Take your right hand between the shoulder blades and your left hand over the top, head looking forwards. Wiggle your toes if you have any heart issues or blood pressure concerns, just to keep that blood circulating around the body. So I'm just wiggling the toes in my trainers. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. Hand between the shoulder blades, over the top. You can push from the front if you prefer to do that. And then we're just going to take the hand to the side of the head and reach the other one out to the side. So we get a really nice stretch through the neckline. and then over to the other side. Relax those arms down and then reach up to the ceiling, taking a nice big stretch through the rib cage, through the tummy muscles. And release them down. Turn the right toe to the corner. We're going to lunge down, up and over, feeling a lovely stretch in the inner thigh and down the side of the body. Release it there and over to the other side, toe to the corner. Lunge it down, up and over. Release it there. Place the hands into the small of your back and just press the chest forward, feeling that stretch across the front of the chest. And then here comes the nice one. We're just going to take the hands forward, hug the arms forward, feeling a lovely stretch through that upper back. Hug yourself because you've done such a good workout today. And then release it down. Take a nice big deep breath up. And release it down. One more time. Reach it up. And release it down. Give your hands a shake and give your legs a shake and give yourself a well-deserved clap. Thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. A session is recorded, so you can play it back and watch it again whenever you like and try the exercises again in your own time. You can find more of these videos on the Rethinking Pain Movement Matters website and on the YouTube channel. If you live in the Bradford and Craven area and you want to sign up to the Rethinking Pain service, you can do that via your GP. Thank you very much again for joining me this afternoon. I look forward to hearing from you and have you joining me again next week. See you later. Bye.